Alvin, you're muted.
You're muted.
Wow, what a great start. So, hey, Soren.
Hey, guys.
Introductions. Hello, all. Welcome to today's live stream of Friday Night Builds. As always, every Friday night, we have digital roundtable and open discussion on various topics. Last Friday, was all about UI, UX, and Figma. In today's session, we'll dive into building with CrewAI. So this is super interesting. Many use cases for AI agents outside of just programming, but also sales and marketing as well. And leading the discussion is our developer, COTI developer, Davi. And of course, we have Soren joining with us today, COTI ambassador, and Robert, event director, and Calvin, me, your creator, and as well host. So, Davi, you want to jump into CrewAI?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, thanks for the introduction. So, yeah, today we are talking about the CrewAI. That's basically where we can create autonomous AI agents. So, to get started, I will share my screen so I can just show you the tool, and we can start like discussing it. I will also bring an example, so you can create a live example using the CrewAI. And using more specifically the CrewAI Studio, because you can use prompts to create AI agents and not just coding it in Python, but to be more friendly, to be more user-friendly live stream, we are going to create it using prompts as well. So let me share my screen. I think I'm not allowed to share. Maybe someone, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, you should be. Yeah. I'm really curious to the level of autonomy that they can.
It's really
and
a cool tool.
Do they consume tokens, I assume?
At the time, it was not consuming tokens because it's a beta version. I mean, talking about the studio, right? The CrewAI Studio. So you can consume as much as you can. Which is cool because, I mean, it's a headache when you need to control, the total tokens that you are consuming. But I think this is because it's a beta version. Probably in the future, they will start charging, right, based on the token consumption. But I will also, we'll talk about it later, about the billing part, because they are bidding it differently now, as it's in the beta version. Just as a really quick introduction, CrewAI is a tool that helps you build AI crews. There's basically a group of AI agents. And you can create each one with a specific role, right? That can collaborate just like a real team, right? You can create this kind of collaboration. So for example, we can, instead of asking one AI to do everything, you can just have like a researcher agents to gather information. You can create a writer agent to create a draft. You can create, let's say, an editor to polish the text. And the best part, you can delegate tasks to each other and work together. So you don't need to micromanage them step by step. You just set the goal, right? And your AI crew figures out the rest. And that's cool because you can.
Go ahead. It sounds very balanced, as in that you can add any skill set required into this, like a D&D party. Yeah.
You can think of it as a company, right? You can't define a CEO. You can create the manager, so you can create those specific roles. You can set the backstory. You can set the goal. And you can manually add the tasks if you want, or you can ask via prompt so that the Crew Studio can create the tasks for you. And you can create everything from scratch using the prompt as well. But that's the point. The idea behind the autonomous agents is that is autonomous, right? Is a proactive agent. Differently when we are using an assistant that's a reactive agent. You are reacting to the prompt that you are given, right? In that case, it's different because once you kicks off the pipeline, let's say, it autonomously will decide which tasks they should start, right, based on the goal. You don't need to be very strict in terms of the order of the tasks, but you need to give like the goal, and the crew will figure out what they need to do based on that, right? But you obviously, you can, if you want, be very strict and set exactly the order that you want to like a pipeline, like a normal pipeline, but you don't need to if you want to give more autonomous to the agents. So
I'm curious to how this. So when it comes to automation, before there was Zapier and of course Make.com, right? But I think the problem with that is that the automation system is built like a pipeline. It does this, and then this goes into here. And sometimes there's the AI involvement in between. I'm curious to how different this is. Yeah.
yeah,
Agents should be able to find their own path, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's a good thing. Yeah, because it is autonomous, and maybe, hopefully, it gets to a point where it's like the AI agent is able to optimize its own path.
Also, I wanted to bring up that this cast, of course, is a open cast, as in on Fridays we have an open session where you can join in from the community directly, just like Søren does today. Welcome again. So if you're on the COTI, Telegram, Discord, or Twitter channels, you can find a Google Meet link there, and then jump in the channel and join us during this building session and share your own experiences when building AI agents. Or if you have any questions, of course, feel free to jump in. Back to you, Kelvin.
Here. Let's go, Davi.
Yeah, I will start by going to the dashboard. Here you can create your account. I have already created mine, so I will start the cloud trial. And see, of course, I was already working on it before, so you won't be able to see here some already created stuff. I was playing with it before. But this is the first thing that we are going to see when we start using it. Basically, let's say a dash. We will see like the landing page of this of the product here with some options like automation, CrewAI Studio, marketplace, agents, tool registry, integrations, traces, and environment variables, usages. That's something interesting because you can control the usage of it. But the most interesting thing here is the CrewAI Studio, right? That's something that I want to show today, because here I can start by, asking something to create something for me, or I can just click on this option here to create a new fresh project from scratch. And this is basically,
or
yeah.
okay.
I will show you here now. We have options. This is at the right side. You can see task and agent. So basically, you can drag and drop here. For example, if I want to create an agent, I can just drag and drop the agent here to this Canva. And I also can drag and drop the tasks and do the link between the agent and the tasks. So if you want to start, you are a beginner, you can just start by defining an agent, for example. Let's start with an idea, let's say a crypto news, right? So we want to have like a crypto news that gather information about the crypto, the news, that you have about the crypto this week, for example, in the last 7 days. You can gather that information and create a very, very nice newsletter, or let's say that a crypto news, and you want to output, let's say, a markdown file with the news, the address, to that news, and you can also add the impact of that news in the market. I mean, you can create anything, but let's start by creating our own company here, right? So I will set here a first agent. You can see here the options that you have. Let's say the name of the role of this agent. You can say, let's start by a project manager, because this one will delegate tasks to the others. And here in attributes, I have goal and the backstory, right? The goal, I can say, let's say, deliver a clean, beginner friendly summary of the biggest crypto news this week. Let's start with something like that. So this is the goal, right? Backstory, you can say, you can, it's like your resume, right? You can like copy and paste here your experience. In that case, it'll be very short.
Worked for Amazon before, expert.
Yeah, you can do something like that. Yeah, if you want, you can.
MIT researcher.
Yeah. I will, just for the sake of simplicity, I mean, editor-in-chief of crypto newsroom. But yeah, you can add as much details as you want. I can define here the model, right, that they want to use for that. You have a bunch of models here that you can select, right? GPT, Azure, the Claude. You have the, a lot of models that you can select. Here we use the GPT-4o Mini to balance the cost benefit of it. But as I mentioned before, we can use it. We are not being charged by the use, at least for now. But you can also bring your own key if you want. If you already have a key on OpenAI, you can add that key and use it, right? And you can consume the tokens of your plan. So this is good as well. And here is the thing. We have tools. I mean, it's like you can add some tools that role can use to achieve a specific goal, right? So here at the right side, I have a lot of different tools that I can use regarding AI, machine learning, and database, file and documents to manipulate files, search on CSVs, read files, things like that. You have a lot of integrations with different, famous tools, right? You have GitHub, Confluence, ClickUp, Google Calendar, Google Drive, Jira, Notion, OneDrive, Slack, Salesforce, Shopify. We have those already existing integrations here. Search and research, you can use some tools if you want to search on the internet to get information. We have job search, news search. In our case, we'll probably use news search to get some news about crypto, for example. But yeah, we have a lot of different ones to search YouTube channels, search YouTube videos. So you can get some latest videos from a specific channel. You can create, let's say, content based on that. You have a web scraping and browsing. So really cool things here with different products. Read the website content, scrape graph. It's really nice too, by the way. Let me see if I can show you the scrape graph website.
Did you notice any oracles in there from explorers, for instance? So you can create triggers for your agents?
Yeah, you can, for example, let's say, regarding those tools here, some of them we can use to trigger our agent. For example, Slack. You can trigger our agent from Slack, for example. Not all of them, but a few of them have this possibility, right? That you can integrate and trigger your agents directly from an external tool. Yeah, about Scrape Graph AI, it is one of the tools available. It's cool because you can, for example, I can go to the CoinMarketCap and ask to get the top 10 coin prices from there. But here I can ask using prompts to this tool to go to a specific website, get some information from there, and give me in a specific format that I can use in my newsletter or in my work. So it do all the work for me. Of course, you need to pay for it, but you can integrate this tool with the AI to get information from websites, right? With Google, right? If you want, let's say that we want to add a section on our newsletter to display the top 10 to top 20 crypto projects on CoinMarketCap with the respective prices, right? And the change from the last 24 hours. It's basically this tool help us with that, just asking via prompt, right? This is one of the tools, or we have other ones here, really cool tools that you can integrate, but it's like fixed. The options are fixed. We cannot like, using the studio, right? You cannot add an extra tool here, at least for now, right? If I want to add a custom, I will probably need to go to the Python version, because we have a Python version as well, using SDK, that you can do it programmatically. And we have more possibilities, because you can customize things, you can call MCPs, because I was trying to add the COTI MCP here, but it was not possible because I don't have that option here on the tools. But using Python, you can create a custom code to do that.
But actually, yeah.
But yeah, here is the.
I like that they provide these tools for someone that does no code, low code. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's no code. Yeah, we already have a lot of tools here. Considering that you are in the beta version, they will
it even
probably
has DALI actually. That's really good.
Yeah.
So basically,
Exactly.
if you want to make an AI news company, let's say, it's basically you already have a copywriter, you have your artist, graphic artist done, and and journalists as well.
Yeah, and you can add some agents that will review the work and criticize the output as well. You can add an agent at the end, right? That
like
will
QA.
Review everything and criticize and give it back to the other agent if it's something to review or to change, right? This is the cool part of delegating tasks, because the agent can delegate to any other agents if autonomously, right? If the agent wants to do that based on the output of the task. That's really cool. So here I can drag and drop, but I will do it using prompts to show you how to do that. But just showing here that you can just drag and drop the tool. We have some LLM settings, like the temperature, that you can adjust here, right? For more creative tasks or factual response, you have like to 0 to 1 here that you can adjust. Of course, as far as I know, if you try to put like a temperature 1, we use consume more tokens, right? But it depends on the accuracy of the answers that you want for the tasks. Reasoning, we can add it. It's basically, if I enable it, it will create a plan before executing. Same thing, you consume more tokens if you want to add reasoning to it. And other like options that you can add here, like the max reasoning attempts. We can here allow delegation. That's the one that we will enable here, because this is the project manager of my autonomous company. Max iterations, and also some settings regarding the timeout. This is cool to set because sometimes it can get into a loop, right? Trying to get some information for, a few minutes, like 5-10 minutes, and you can just set a timeout, right? Try to do your work in a specific, number of seconds, right? You have 1 minute to do that. If not, let's consider that you cannot do that and pass it to the other agent or try to do it differently, right? But yeah, you can set this kind of timeout. And also to avoid rate limits, you can also limit the request permit with more technical things. For now, we can just click on save. Okay, and we'll be able to see your first agent here. Let me just hide these things here to have more space. So I will first add, the agents, and I will ask to create the tasks and everything else, just to avoid spending so much time on that. But this is an example on how you can aid an agent. Really easy, right? I can just drag and drop another one. For example, I want to have here a crypto news researcher, right? Crypto news researcher. In that case, let me go to the attributes. We have to go here. Let's say find the latest 2 or 3 crypto updates and a backstory. Okay, you are a junior journalist. Oops, junior or journalist. You are a junior journalist, for example. Yeah, I can add more details if I want. I don't want to give as as a junior. I don't want to give him like the possibility of delegate tasks, at least for now. So let's stay as is.
Question:
okay, I need
if
to
you give him a junior role, does it interpret it as okay? I will come up with more simplistic results because I'm a junior still. Are you dumbing it down by giving it a starter role?
Yeah, it depends on the model how the model was trained based on that instruction. But behind the scenes, you are passing all those informations to the model as a context, right? The model interpretate that. I assume that in the case of the news researcher, we'll have more beginner-friendly, news, right? But it's not like something. As I mentioned, it depends the model, how the model was trained. But this is assumption that I'm based on that on the backstory, right? The junior journalist.
I think it's interesting, Robert. Like maybe it comes with so many data and news and gives to you. Like I'm junior, I'm giving you all this detail. Go and compile and make an editorial from yourself because you are a senior.
Yeah, because if you would make it a senior, you would expect autonomy, maybe, because it has its own expertise too. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, you can actually run it and then explore the results and see if it matches the goal that you want.
So,
or we can, yeah.
Are you currently testing it on the free version, right?
Yeah. This is a beta version, so actually have some limitations in terms of number of crews that you can create at the same time. For example, I have the option to publish this, but just one. I can, if I need more than one, I need to pay, right?
As
so
I guess
it's not.
Also,
yeah,
like if we compare the models, we can only see the free models right now.
Yeah, you can bring your own key as well. So you can use paid models if you want, right? In this in the model, I'm using here the ChatGPT as a default, but you can use any other model available and bring your own key as well to consume your tokens, right?
Okay. I mean, like if I get the paid version, I'll get the options of paid models too here.
Let me go here. You mean?
Yeah.
In that part here, right?
Yeah.
Let's check. Yeah, we have tons of like options here. I haven't.
If we can search the Sonnet 4.
Yeah, you have the Claude Sonnet.
Sonnet.
but Sonnet 4 you have here. Yeah.
So we can suggest select it in the free one. Like, let's try.
Yeah.
Okay. I got
Let's
that.
try. Okay.
So
let's
that's
try with
interesting.
that.
They
Yeah.
basically gave you all the models and for free.
I think it will have limits to use.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I was playing with it in the last few days. I haven't had any limitation in terms of tokens consumption. I have no tokens count here. As I mentioned,
Because
I
that's insane.
think because we are in a beta version, you have like some freedom
They
to
want
test.
you to try it. Okay. They want
But
you to make sure there's no bugs.
They probably should have some limitation, a hidden limitation, because otherwise, right, you can
Yeah,
Maybe say when
because
trading
I
market-
mean,
abuse of
Yeah.
it, right?
they're paying every single time there's an API call. Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Yeah.
But their website claims like 60% of Fortune 500 companies are utilizing it.
Yeah.
It's a big claim.
Deloitte,
that's
everything. Everyone's just using it and on their website. But then again, I always see those logos all the time.
But also, like, you are able to create all type of agent anyone need, like non-tech person, even they can build.
Yeah.
A huge arsenal of tools here.
Yeah. Yeah, we have that limited tools.
Karen, what would be the first thing you would automate?
Sorry.
What is it?
I asked Søren, what would be the first thing you'd like to automate?
Well, I generally get the idea about AI agents, but what I've never actually seen anyone do, and I can't get my own head wrapped around it, I've never actually seen anyone show me how to train an AI agent. So for instance, on our own Privex platform, you got these trading agents. And so you want to train your trading agent to trade certain pairs. How do you do that? Yeah, I don't know where to send it to look. I have no ideas about trading. I have no ideas about technical analysis. I'm lower than beginner. Yeah. So how do you actually train your agents to do these things? I understand how to set up the agents, and I understand when I see an agent in operation, but that bit in the middle about training it always seems to be missing for me.
In this case, wouldn't it be like more the improving the rules and also the prompting, right?
Well, I'm just interested. I'm interested in how you actually do it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you can give context. Davi will get there maybe. If we can give it context, for instance, about trading analysis, or if you can feed it past results for pattern recognition, stuff like that. Because if we're talking how to execute on a platform like Privex, then it should be a plugin like the other supported software in there, right?
Yeah, you need to have like some tools to integrate with the platform to do that. Because here, for example, that's the focus of our conversation about the CrewAI. We're not able to train the model here, right? We are just consuming the models that are available to us. But you can use those models already trained to set context, act like a crypto trader. But actually, we also need the other part, right? That's connecting with exchanges to do the trades for us. So
yeah, I can train you to drive a car because I know how to drive a car. Yeah. But I can't train an AI agent to trade the COTI US dollar pair because I have no idea about technical analysis. I know next to nothing about it, and I don't know where to go and look for it. Yeah, so that's really the bit that I struggle to get my head around. All this other stuff is amazing and it's excellent, and I think if you use your example of today about generating a news engine. That's very straightforward and doesn't actually require you to train the agent. You just tell it where to go and look for things, and you set the parameters for how many stories you want to see, and maybe give it 50 crypto projects that you want it to look for specifically, things like that. This I understand. But what happens when you want to train an agent to operate in an environment that changes all the time and with super high volatility?
Yeah, it's very challenging to create like agents like that, exactly because of the volatility, because we're doing with a huge amount of information that the agent need to proactively act based on that. But it's a different kind of, agent, right? You have
and it's probably
kind of,
not a subject for today, Davi.
Yes.
Because it probably take too long. But it's worth looking into, because we have all these platforms already in our own ecosystem, and there's more coming, and they will all offer some sort of AI agent to do this, that, or the other thing. And it'd be interesting to understand how we actually train them to do these things. Yeah, some of our users are smart enough to do it by themselves. It's just I'm not.
In the case of trading, I actually can imagine that you would have on CrewAI, for instance, a crew with different skill sets looking for triggers and signals, either fundamental or technical for the market, looking at the current charts right now, and it took like a historical comparison. That's what they can do, because you can get that data.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, you can add the news triggers, for instance, if you want to react on that somehow. I can imagine there's room for input to feed it to your trained agent to act upon.
Yeah, I haven't tried the Privex one, because I need to be able to understand what I'm actually supposed to do with it. I can't just set it up to do nothing, waste the time. So I wanna try and understand, where do you actually ask it to go and look for all these things, and what parameters should it consider? Yeah, because I want the agent to make me a millionaire, not make me bankrupt.
In that case, as a teaser, I will mention that there will be a Prefix broadcast later this month. Currently planned.
Very good. I shall be very interested in learning more about that. And I think it's a general thing. We see where the agents are. It's dead easy to set up. Takes 2 minutes. You've shown it today, and we see the end result. But I personally, I rarely see the bit in the middle, which is really the interesting bit, where you train it and allow it to continuously develop itself.
Yeah, it should be a good topic to discuss in upcoming live streams, right? To go deeper on that specific topic. Really interesting, right?
But if I say for the trading, I guess it's quite easy, because you have all the historical data available. Like if it comes to train an agent or a LLM tool, you have a historical data of different stock or different crypto token, let's say, and how they behave with the different patterns. You can ask, like if we talk about the training. So I guess for the trading, we have here advantage, because as much I know about the AI agents or AI development, the data is getting difficult to get. Like as the LLMs are developing, they need more data to train on that, and our stock market or our crypto tools or our tokens provide such data, and like you can go and feed these enormous data and see that, like how the results they are producing. Like you gonna be feeding the data and come up and provide your strategy. They gonna test it with different type of strategy and see you or provide you the result. You can check, and while training you can pass like this result is fine and this result is not fine and all. So this is how I think, if we especially talk about the trading agent, I think our agent have the benefit of the data.
Sure. It's just about, for me, it's about what instructions do I give in terms of the agent interpreting the data, yeah? Because I have next to none, consider less than a beginner, yeah? I don't know. I don't know how to interpret RSI, MACD, all these different technical indicators. I know they're there, and I know sort of generally what they do, but I have no idea about how to interpret them, whether they're bullish, bearish, neutral. And that's the bit that interests me, because in order, if you want to set these things up, they could be quite lucrative, but you need to understand. You need to give it the right instructions. Yeah. Back to the car analogy. Yeah. If I don't teach you where the first gear is, you will keep stalling. Yeah. So I can't start by teaching you where the second gear and the third gear is. And we're talking manual cars now, not automatic. So you need to make sure you give it the right input or the right instructions. Otherwise, the output you get is it's either not gonna do any trades, or it's gonna lose all its trades, or things that are less than desirable.
Yeah, but the agents like RAG, they kind of using the web now. Like when you put the request, they go to the web and search about the strategies. They go and learn from there, and then they put it to the LLM to interpret that and make a strategy from that. So you don't need to, like with the AI, you don't need to know all that, because for that you need to have experience, trading experience. I did trading, I failed. Yeah. So, but you need to know all this strategy, all these indicators, and you even why you believe all these indicators. But these RAGs are going to do all this job and go and do the research on behalf of you on the web, and then pick the.
I want someone to show me one day.
Yeah, I think
so. I can actually sit and follow it on the screen, and then I can learn from it like that. Yeah. You make it sound very easy, but it's not.
Yeah.
As a crew is providing you like an interface where you are just giving a role and a backstory, a simple backstory. I think in the future there are going to be some platforms which will be specific for the trading or something, and they will in depth ask you the parameters and all that, how you going to add the database, like the vector database, and also the how you want your prompt to first go and retrieve all the data from web and then go to the LLM. How all these are interacting. I think now there are not any tool present in the market, but in the future there are going to be so many tools which going to show exactly.
No, and I get this one. And this is very good for when you want your agent to deal in a subject that has no inherent volatility. So you want to do a news agent, or you want to have an AI that pings you every time a Tesla has been in an accident. That AI agent can do that, because either it happened or it didn't happen. There is no, there's only two options: it happened or it didn't happen. So the AI agent can scour all the news websites and find you information that you want. Yeah. But when we talk about some of these other things, there are lots of variables, and you can have something happen, but it doesn't happen enough that you want the AI agent to take action on it. Yeah. Or it happens too much, and you still don't want it to take action. So I think you know where I'm getting at. Yeah. So this is excellent, what you're showing today, and it's got a lot of good use cases.
Yes. May I ask, would it be as someone that doesn't actively trade, would it be possible to Davi to create like a maybe 2 layers, one of created AI trader agent within this, and another one on top of it that would verify its information before doing the trade?
Yeah, it's something that can be, done. As I mentioned, we need to have like an external connection to trade it, actually. But you can find useful information for your trading, strategy. You can use, for example, the agents to just give you some insights regarding the trading. It's something that you can do. But I think at least the CrewAI is not supposed to be used that way, at least so far, right? It's more complex implementation. You probably can reach some good results using the Python SDK and coding it and doing connection with, external tools as well. But in terms of getting information and reviewing the information, I think it's a good use case for CrewAI. Because we don't have so volatility in terms of the information. You are just researching things, right? And compiling it and consolidating it. So it's good for that case. But for more advanced use cases, you need to go directly to the code, right? And start coding, unless you have like other products that are specific to that case, right? They are already fine-tuned to that case. I will just follow here with the example that I want to show you just to complete it, that you can see it working, together as a crew. So you can get like an idea on how it works, right? I will just finish it with the crypto explainer here. I will set here as a goal, right, to write the news in plain, simple English, and the backstory. It can be like a friendly, friendly teacher, journalist that will explain the news. That's the cool, because you can have one that will research and the other one that will explain that, right, to the audience to edit in the newsletter. I won't add any delegation here. We just save it and okay, save again, right? And I will add the last one here. That's the editor, right? I will edit the editor. I will use the same model as before, but I need to set the goal of the editor. Let's say the polishes the text, fixes clarity, and makes sure it's accurate and concise. Okay, backstory. Let's say critical but fair editor. And that's it. Here we have our first agents. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 agents for this crew. And now I have here at the left side, I'm able to ask using prompts, right, to ask for adding tasks. That's exactly what I want to do now. Let's say assign tasks for each one of the agents based on their roles, right? I can just do that instead of dragging and drop the tasks directly. If I don't know exactly which task to add, I can just ask via prompt for that. And let's see now the magic happening, because now it should add automatically the tasks to the Canva. Yeah, it started now, adding the first task, like research latest crypto news, simplify crypto news. I mean, it's linking to the correct agent. The other task, edit and polish content, linked to the editor. And finally, we have create weekly crypto summary. As you can see, it also added the description, the expected output automatically. So you can check it out, right? Description, compile the edited crypto news into a final weekly summary report, expected output, comprehensive weekly crypto news, summary in a clean, organized format. The same you can see in the other tasks as well, which is really cool, right? You can have that option to automatically edit using the prompt. And you can see here some tools. The first one was added here. That's the Serper Dev tool. Yeah, just one tool added. The Serper is actually an API, is a product that allows you to do Google search, right? So you can do the Google search using it. Let's just go to the, let me show it here, Serper Dev, this one here, right? This is the tool. Really cool tool because you can search Google and it gives you the output in a JSON format. So you can integrate it with our agent more easily, right? Because you can get exactly the information that you want. It's more like classify it correctly using it instead of just like scrap the page and right, give you back the HTML code. It gives you exactly the content that you need. This is really a good tool available here on CrewAI as well. I already added the API key. It is important to reinforce tools like that. You'll be charged by the use, so you need to create an API key. You usually have a limit of calls that you can have, but it's really small, right? But you need to add you have a pay account if you want to use it more extensively. Okay, here we have some tools, at least one, to search the crypto news using the Google, right? That's the simple, example here. What I can do now, I can start executing it just for tests. It's really simple, but just to show you how to do that using the CrewAI, you can just click on run. And yeah, that's the point. I think Upendra asked me to add the the Claude model. Okay, you need to provide Anthropic API key for that. So it's not free, right? You need to provide
I got another way to use Anthropic freely.
And now you have the answer. Let me let me change it again to the. I was using the GPT-4o mini. Yeah, let's save it. Let's try to execute it again. Okay, no input parameters are required. And here we have a preview of the agents and tasks that we are going to execute. I can simply execute it here. And that's the nice of it because we have a visual feedback of the execution in real time. Once it started, you can see it. Yeah, we started by running the crypto news researcher and going to research some latest crypto news. And you can see the running here and also on the agents as well. And here in the execution, you can see the details of this execution. Well, okay. I was not expecting that. Let me hide it again. Yeah, you can see here all the step-by-step on this agent, like what the agent is doing, the output of each step, if you want to trace everything. So for the research latest crypto news, we have the first output from this agent. As you can see, you have the Yahoo Finance here, news from why crypto today. Yeah, it's September, so it's updated. Also the Binance research. We have top three, because as I remember, I asked to have at least, 3 different news. And we have the crypto explainer here. Also, we can check the prompt here, right? Exactly what the agent is asking to the model. And also we have the output from this agent as well, with an explanation based on the news, right? So it's not like a copy and paste of the news. It's just the quick explaining, rewriting the news with an explanation about it. And you have the editor here at the end. We can also check the trace here, each call, the final answer, and the completion here, right? And the project manager at the end, you can see here the project manager delegating work to coworkers. So because in the beginning, I have set the delegate option to true, and then I have allowed the project manager to start delegating it when needed. And here you can see the response, right? I need to compile the edited crypto news into a final summary report that's organized, beginner friendly, and and meets the required criteria. So delegate the work to coworker, and also the action input here, right? The instruction, right? In that case, the project manager delegated the task to the editor, right? Here you can see the coworker. So, and you can, trace everything here. This is importance of the timeout. As you can see, the project manager is still working. I have set 60 seconds, but I think, the project manager is not respecting our timeout here, because you can see you have more than 60
He's gone
seconds
rogue.
processing. Yeah, and it can take forever, right? Yeah, as you can see. Oh, okay, this is 600 actually. I think I set. Okay. It's my fault. I was respecting the.
Okay, it hasn't gone rogue.
Okay, my bad. Oh, it's completed because of the timeout. Yeah, because the project manager can analyze the output and say, okay, you need to continue improving it and start delegating again and again. Then it's like an infinite loop of delegation you can have here, right? Okay, if I go back to the visual editor, you can, let's say, because we stopped it by because of the timeout, we cannot see. You can see here the button, right? It's grayed out, but it will be active if no timeouts. So we can click on the output and see it. I will ask to execute it again just to see if I can, or better than that, let me go to the prompt here and ask to add more tools, right? Because we're using a simple one here. I can ask to add tools, let's say, as needed to each row, so they can accomplish their work efficiently. And doing that, CrewAI will start like analyzing each row and recommending a tool to be added to each one of them. And automatically we add, as you can see here, now we have 3. We had 1 before, now we have 3. And it's continue, right, analyzing each one of the rows here. The project manager now has a tool. Good. We need to make the project manager work, right? Not just assist the team, but work as well. And okay, we have like a summary. Now the crypto news researcher can search the internet with Serper, read website content to extract full articles and details. Crypto Explainer can also search the internet, because as before, we had like just one tool to the crypto news researcher, but now also the Crypto Explainer can search the internet if he or she wants, right, to get more information to complete the work. And project manager as well, so everyone has internet in their computers now to research. And
do the agents, as in this crew of colleagues, also have a shared memory bank? Then, as in that one agent learns, he can carry over the experience to the other. Or is it more like
we
sequential?
have a shared,
that results.
we have a shared context. Yeah, we have a shared context.
But
And that's the cool of the crew. Yeah.
but now our system
Go ahead.
become decentralized. Everyone have their search.
Load of information.
Everyone going to you just not believing what content they get. They're going to search again, verify that. So all these nodes are going to verify again. So it's kind of centralized.
The interesting part is what we discussed. Is it means that it doesn't have to be sequential, because if they have a shared context, they can take different paths.
Yeah.
Given that knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah, you can establish here some dependency in terms of the output, right? For example, the editor needs the output from this task here, right? From the previous one. But you don't need to, right? You can just let the agents to decide. And also, as you can see, I'm not setting, for example, the starting point, right? The crew is deciding which agent should start the work based on the goals, based on the backstory, based on the information, right? But I can have those kind of dependencies in here if I need, or simply let the CrewAI decides, because we are starting like the fine tuning, right?
Are you sorry for interrupting you there, Davi? Are you specifying how many times per day should this group of AI agents go and look for these news, or do they prompt
no,
it?
at this point. Here I should trigger it manually, but once I publish it, I can't configure. For example, if I want to run it once a day, or actually the hours, specific hours. But at this point here, as we're using the Canva, the only possibility is to trigger it manually. But
Okay.
yeah, after I can do it, I will show it in a bit how to publish it, and we will get like an endpoint available, so we can call it from any other tool that we want, these agents. Or we we call it like a cron job, that you can specify exactly the frequency that you want to call it.
Understood.
All right,
Great user
so
interface, by the way, on this. I like the user interface a lot.
yeah, it's a really cool interface,
Yeah.
really well done, right?
Yeah,
it's
as someone that is like
working.
visually, that I think things a little bit visually. I like how it. Yeah.
Yeah, I will run it again. Now we have different tools, right? You can like review it, and here you have again, it's running. Yeah, and the visual feedback here, and we can have the trace for each step here as well, and see exactly the query that the agent is using, right? You can see it here, because none of these was defined by me, right? So these requests here, the questions that the agent is asking to get the informations, everything autonomous, right? It's based on the model, right? That's helping on asking exactly the information needed here. I'm using the server again here to get the information. Now we have the editor editing it based on the previous output. And here we have again the project manager, as always, delegating the task to the editor. The project manager really liked the editor, because most of the time project manager is delegating to the editor again. And you can see it's a beautiful, right, visual feedback that you have. We are in the last part. The editor is busy because our project manager delegated the work to and here we have the final task execute running. That's the create the crypto. And here you can see the output, right, of each one of them, which is cool, because let's go to the beginning here. I can click on this button and see exactly the output of the first task. That's basically research the latest crypto news. And I can see it here, the source, the summary, the date, right, the title, exactly, the scope of this task. Simplify crypto news, I can click on it. As you can see, it's different, was changed to accommodate some explanation. Here, edit and polish the content. Again, probably a few changes based on the what we asked to do, right? Just like fix any grammatical error, give clarity to the text. And here is the final, weekly crypto summary report, the date, executive summary. Very basic one, just to show you how it works, but it can be changed, right, to fit your news. Yeah, that's another thing you can do that. Let's check if it will work. That's, for example, if you want one example that I gave at the beginning, if you want to add crypto prices in the report, right? You want to take a snapshot of the current situation of the market from the coin market cap, and you want to add a section with the top projects listed on the coin market cap with their respective prices. I can just ask to at the end, let's say, of the weekly summary, include the current crypto prices for the top 10 projects listed on coin market cap. Current, okay, and I can send it. So let's see if the CrewAI will add the correct tool here, because we have a tool that was checking before, right? The Scrape Graph AI that help us to do that. So now we can see like searching tool API cryptocurrency, just to find the best tool to accomplish that. It can be done with different tools, of course. You can go and use the web search and scrape like the content from the coin market cap directly. Okay, you can also see the difference, right? While the CrewAI is updating the text on each one of the tasks and agents. Okay, we have probably an updated agent here, right? Created, added the read website content tool to the project manager. Project now has both search and scrapping tools to gather the latest price data incorporated in the final report. Cool. Another interesting thing is that if you want to change the topic, instead of being like crypto news, you want to have like an AI news, we can actually do that. And you can put like the curly braces to interpolate the text, right? And pass a parameter that you can say, okay, instead of crypto, use AI. But you can also use the prompt to replace that term in each part of the tasks where you have crypto, to have like a parameter, right? So you can create a report regarding AI, not about crypto. So let's ask exactly that. So instead of covering, let's say crypto news, I want to provide the topic. Let's see if now the CrewAI will do it for me automatically, or if I need to do it manually. Last time that I tried it worked really well. So yeah, I will modify your automation to allow you to provide any topic instead of being limited to crypto news. Let me update the agents and tasks to use the topic variable. This is exactly what I want. And here, yeah, that's it. Here you can see I have like the curly braces and the topic, right? So I can pass the topic to the crew. The same thing here. So as you can see now, automatically was changed. Instead of the junior, now it's an experienced journalist. I don't know why. I didn't tell that, but okay, it's cool, right? The price is the same, right? We are paying exactly the same. And updating the other tasks here. Yeah, simplify, not crypto news, but topic news, right? Let's wait until we have it done. And also visually, you can see that difference here, right? We have the topic. Okay. And that's the cool, because now if I click on run, as you can see, I have an input here. So I can provide like AI, I can provide any other topic that I want. And at the right side, you can see the updated description, right? You have here significant news stories about AI, and you can see the replacements at the right side. And I can just confirm and execute it. And now I can pass this new parameter. So it's cool because you can have a more generic crew with, a group of agents that you can specify variables and pass it at the runtime to those agents. So you are not limited to a specific thing. You can just pass it, which is cool. Okay, running. Here we can see the LLM call. As you can see, it's using AI instead of crypto. Well, it was replaced really well. And as always, you can see all the tracing here. If you want to debug it or to improve it, you want to check exactly each step in order to improve your prompt, right, to get better results. Or you can also ask here in the prompt to the CrewAI help you to improve your prompts based on the goal that you want to achieve, right? It's running, still running. Probably now, if I click on it, I will be able to see different news, right? So now you can see the news is about AI that time, how AI technology is enhancing farming methods, and 3 different news, but that time from the AI, not from crypto. And the final step now, that's running the final report. And after that, I will show you how to publish it, so we can call it anywhere. Also, you can check here at the top, you have the option to download the code because it generates the code for this. So if you want to go deeper, and if you are a developer and you want to start your crew using the UI, but later, you need to start using, for example, Python. If you want to implement more advanced use cases, you can download here. It will download the current state of this, right? With all the information that you can see here will be available in your project. This is a Python code, right? So you'll be able to download the Python code here. I will actually, just for curiosity, right? I will
So basically,
extract the files.
you can download it
Yeah.
and run it locally.
Exactly, right, exactly. So we'll be able to, to check all the codes, but just to show basically the format, maybe it's too small to show it. No, you won't be able to see it, right? But I will reshare my screen later just to show you at the end how the code is structured. But yeah, you'll be able to get all the Python code already done with those agents here that you can continue the development of it in your own machine, or also, customizing it on your own. That's it. I have here the final report now with the AI topics. And let me show you here the possible, because here you can see the button, right? The publish button. If I zoom in, it is because it's just like an icon here, a flash icon. But let me zoom out. You can click on publish. And here you have the automation name and the release notes if you want to add something to the release notes. As you can see here, I have reached the deployment limit. So I need to delete the existing one to publish the new one. Let me check if I can do that. Just to show you the process. Let's go back to the studio. Here I have that option here, automation, right? Automation. And I already have one here that's paused now. Let me delete it, right? So I can create a new one. Okay, it will be probably, schedule it for deletion. Not sure if I'll be able to delete it right now. Or I can just show you how it looks like when you have it published, because it takes time to delete and redeploy. I will try, right? But as I notice, it will be scheduled for deletion. It will not be deleted right now.
Would you need to wait after pausing until it's full memory is depleted, let's say, as in until it
No,
has
it's
finished
done.
off writing
I
all.
think it's
Okay.
done. Yeah, okay. I can now. Okay, let's try it now again. I will go again to the studio, and here you can see, I mean, the previous prompts, right? Which is really cool as well. Let me publish, and okay, this will be your first published automation of this project. I will keep it as is. I just click on publish. Publish is started. Let's view the automation. Yeah, it will take some time to finish, but here I can show you the options that we have. Once we have it published, I will be able to see here the address, the API address, right? So CrewAI will make this available through an HTTP address. So we can call it outside of the tool, using any tool actually, right? We have a better token that's our key that allow us to call this. Otherwise, anyone can call it, right? So we need to have an API key. That's basically this one. Need to click on it. And here we have like the executions, the metrics, the scheduling, right? This is basically the part where I was explaining before, that you can schedule the execution of this agent and set exactly, I mean, every Monday, every Tuesday at 4 p.m., for example, I want to execute this. We have the triggers. I mean, you can trigger it instead of scheduling. I can trigger it from a specific tool, as I mentioned before. For example, using Slack, you can use Gmail for that, Google Drive. I mean, we have tons of different options here. Of course, we need to connect it with your account, right, to have access. You have the task, training, and chat, but as we are deploying the tool, you cannot have access to it yet until the agent is deployed. But yeah, you have those options to integrate with those external tools to trigger the execution. Also here, the LLM connections. Also, I mentioned before, you can bring your own key, right? In the case of the Sonnet, for example, the Claude Sonnet, you need to bring your own key. It's a paid model. So you can add the environment variable here because you notice that it asked me to provide the key when I tried to run it. But I can set it here. Once I set it here, I don't need to set it in each project, right? Because it's a global configuration. So I don't need to provide that same key for each project that I'm creating using CrewAI. I can just like select the provider here, like Anthropic, select the model that I want to configure, and then create exactly the name, right, of the, it was asking us before, right, the exactly name of the environment variable, and paste your API key here, your key here. So this is how you can bring your own key. You also have other environment variables, like to use Serply, Serper, Scrape Graph. You need to use API keys because they are all paid solutions. Even though we have a free layer, we don't have much, I mean, tokens, right, to use. You'll be able to use it twice, I mean, in your agents.